Now, did you know this boy, Nathaniel Hamilton?
Yes, sir. I knew Cornbread all my life, ever since I was a real little guy.
Right on the date in question, did you see this occurrence?
Yes, sir.
Where were you?
In front of the store.
Which store?
Mr. Fred's store.
All right, Wilford. Now, you go ahead in your own words and you tell us what you know. You should start at the beginning and tell us everything you know.
Well, it all started when me and Earl was watching Cornbread and the other big guys play basketball. Then it started to rain. And then we all ran down to Mr. Fred's store. Mr. Fred, he was mad at having all those kids in his store. So he began to yelling. Pretty soon it was just Cornbread, me, and Earl. And then Cornbread brought us each a pop. And, you know, he was always good to us. Then he bought one for himself. And then One Eye came in.
Beg your pardon, did you say One Eye?
Yes, sir. Everybody out there knows One Eye.
I see. Go on, son.
Well, then Cornbread said that he had to get moving. So he bought another pop for himself to drink at home. And then we said that he ought to wait until it stopped raining. But he said no, that he had to get on home. And then me and Earl, we got to arguing. We's always arguing as to how fast Cornbread could run home. And I said maybe 10 seconds. And Cornbread laughed and said no, about 45 seconds. And then we made sort of a bet. Then me and Earl and Mr. Fred and One Eye went out under the awning with Cornbread. Cornbread took off with his basketball under one arm and his orange pop in the other hand. Boy, you should have seen how he ran. Cornbread ran. Didn't even look like he was moving. He could sure run. And boy, was he moving. And then me and Earl, we gets to counting. While Cornbread's running, you know, and a 1, and a 2. And Cornbread's pumping away, and it's raining, and Cornbread's racing down the block. And then those two cops, they run into the street. And it looks like they yelled something. But I couldn't tell what it was, 'cause there was that garbage truck grinding away. Anyhow, those two guys, they had out their guns, and they shoot. And they shoot Cornbread. Then he was dead. They killed Cornbread, and he wasn't doing nothing. All he was doing was he was just going home.